says, "The more you know and understand your own needs and desires, the better you will be at discovering what you are looking for in a relationship with another person." So, ladies, what does it look like to get to know ourselves? A lot of times people will ask, tell me about yourself. And what we do is we respond with something like, well, I like to eat Cheetos and I like to watch Netflix and I like to play video games. Now, I don't know if you caught that response, but that answer had everything to do with what a person does, not necessarily who they are. And this is very common in our culture. We get this mixed up a lot. We confuse who we are with what we do. And it gets dangerous because we end up wrapping our identities up in our talents and abilities and what we do versus who we are on the inside. And it can get even more dangerous when we bring that confusion into a relationship with another person. Honestly, it's just not fair. And what I mean by that is when we don't know who we are and we bring our identity questions to another person and we lay that huge question of who am I at the feet of another, dangerous, danger, danger, danger zone. The Lord, He is your maker. He is your friend. He is your counselor. He knows you better than anybody else on this planet. He is the one that fashioned you and made you. So it makes sense to me that we would take that who am I question to Him because He's on pulse with it all, right? He's the one that made us. So practically, what does it mean to get to know yourself? I mean, that's a big fat question, right? So here are some practical tips. My first thought would be you need to get with the Lord. You need to get in tune with His voice and you need to hear what He is saying over your life apart from everything that you do. All the accolades, all the good grades, all the awards in sports, anything that is attached to what you do, we need to get that far away from us and we need to get really clear on who the Lord says we are and what He names us. Secondly, I would jump into His Word. His Word is filled with His words to you, His love to you. He is communicating all throughout His Word how He feels about you and what He has for you. So I would jump into that treasure chest quickly. Practically, and this is going to be fun, figure out what makes you come alive. Maybe you're a music girl. Maybe you are a girl that likes being outdoors. Maybe you love laughing and joy. Maybe you love serving and that is your sweet spot on Saturday mornings. You like getting up and going and serving the homeless. That's amazing, but all of those are key indicators of things that make you come alive. They are core indicators of who you are on the inside and what makes your heart spark. I would figure out what you're called to, the things that keep you up at night, the things that excite you, the things that you can't stop talking about. Those are things that you have probably a calling on your life to go after, and it's okay to recognize that and to pray into that and to see what the Lord is saying about those things. I would get really clear on your goals and your dreams, the things that are in your heart to do. And this is an easy one. What's your personality type? I talk to a lot of girls and they have shame over their personality type. I would A, figure out what your personality type is. B, get in the presence of the Lord and get His Word on it and get some freedom about who you are and who He made you to be. Maybe you're the shy girl, maybe you're the loud girl, maybe you're the intellectual girl, but that is all beautiful because God put those things in you. And then this is an easy one. Figure out how you give love and how you like to receive love. Maybe it completely fills your love tank when your dad puts gas in your car, that someone else had to think about something and maybe provide for you. Maybe that completely filled your love tank. That would be maybe an acts of service kind of girl. But figure out how you give and receive love, and that's going to help you a ton in your relationships.